We got another very, very special guest on the podcast today. She's one of my friends. She's probably one of your friends. You know her. Mm-hmm. You love her. She's got a podcast that she's going to talk about. She's got, she used to be one of the runners of the Knitting Factory, the last host of the Knitting Factory. I've been trying to give people custom bios on the spot because I don't want to really list your credits like that. She popped up in the Hulu show High Fidelity. Y'all give it up for Marie Faustin.
Wow. So happy to be here. And Devon, you put your sexy voice on for the podcast. You said, so we got another one for you right now.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the listeners wet on the train?
I'd like to. You know, if that's what it takes to get people listening, absolutely. Absolutely.
Quiet storm.
Hello.
You're the male Delilah.
Oh my God. I wish.
Yeah.
If only. I realize I've never seen Delilah's face.
Nobody has.
I have no idea. Is she completely anonymous? Like nobody knows what she looks like? She's like the Daft Punk guys?
Delilah. And then people from like the Midwest call and they're like, hey, Delilah, I messed up and my wife left me after 62 years.
And she gives them advice.
And I just want to play this Kid Rock song for her. And Delilah be like, if she's listening, what do you want her to know? And she's been on the radio for like 90 years.
Oh no, okay. I didn't know her face is available.
Oh.
I just never seen it.
Let me see.
She looks like this.
Oh, she's blonde. Yeah, blonde. That makes sense.
I didn't see her as a blonde woman. She was
You saw
brown.
her brown?
Yeah, I saw her as a brown-haired woman. Also, now I wish I didn't see her.
She
I don't
kind
like
of looks
this.
like Carol Baskin.
Delilah, if you're listening, I don't think you look like Carol Baskin.
I don't really know what Carol looked like, but in my mind, she looked like that.
She looked kind of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not think she was going to be blonde. Did you ever see Sleepless in Seattle?
No.
That was kind of based off. Okay, don't say it like that.
Why would I see that?
Say this, you don't like a rom-com?
I love a rom-com, but that one feel like one that I didn't want to see.
Why?
First of all, it came out what year?
Probably like 1989.
That's before my time.
So do you just never watch any movies that came out before you were born?
I don't like movies that look old. So if it looks old, I'm not going to be able to watch it.
Wouldn't every movie that's old look old?
And I haven't seen a lot of movies, man. You know what movie I just saw recently?
What's that?
Indecent Proposal. Have you seen that?
That is an old movie.
Yeah. But I think it came out like 92 or something like that.
I actually don't think I've seen Indecent Proposal.
Okay, you want me to tell you what it's about?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So Woody Harrelson is married to Demi Moore.
I'm in.
Already.
I'm in.
I'm like, well, this is a fantasy.
Yeah.
She wouldn't, him? So she's married to him.
Woody might have he got a little charm to him. Not enough to get
like
Demi Moore.
In like a don't wash his feet kind of way. Demi Moore looked like she uses like body oils and
she looks soft.
She has a skincare routine. Yep. Woody looked like he go to bed and showers every other day. Anyway, in the movie, he's an architect. Right. In the movie, he's an architect.
Okay.
They're building their dream house. They run out of money. They go to Vegas to try to get some money. Mm-hmm. They make a bunch of money, and he keeps gambling, lose it all. Some rich dude sees Demi Moore. He's like, listen, I'll give you $1 million for one night with your wife.
Yep.
And they're like, that's crazy. Should we do it? And of course they do it. And then their whole life kind of falls apart. And
what does the rich guy do to them?
Well, first of all, they don't stay in Vegas. He puts the wife, they sign a contract and everything. The lawyers are involved. So it's like, they don't just say, yeah, do it, and then shake hands. The law is involved in this arrangement.
Yeah. They had a binding agreement.
Binding agreement.
Says, I'm getting with your wife tonight.
So, 100%. And he puts Demi Moore on a helicopter.
That's pretty cool.
And takes her to a yacht in the middle of, I don't know, the ocean in Vegas.
I like that.
And after the helicopter takes off or is about to take off, Woody Harrelson is like, Demi! Like, no!
No, he gonna fuck my wife!
Fuck my wife in the sky!
In the sky! I thought he was gonna do it in a hotel.
Right.
No, so he do it in the air.
He's devastated. And she's like, she don't really want to do it.
That's awesome.
But she's also mad that he didn't try to stop her from doing it.
But she also agreed to it. Everybody said yes.
Everybody said yes. A bunch of consenting adults.
Yes.
And, they do it. And I don't know if you want me to ruin the ending for you, but...
At this point, yes. This movie from 1992, you can spoil it.
Yeah, so her and, what's-his-face get divorced. Because he's convinced she's in love with this dude, and she's like, no. And he's like, was he better than me? And they're fighting, and it's crazy. Anyway, she gets, you know who she ends up with? The rich dude.
So she does. So
she ends up with the rich dude.
So Woody Harrelson was right.
No, it was a self-fulfilling prophecy because he kind of pushed her onto him.
Why are you nodding your head, Lauren? That's crazy.
That's what happened. He was like, you love him. And she was like, no. And he was like,
Lauren's
you love
nodding
him.
her head like this is something that happens every day.
Everybody in the room
y'all can't see this. Lauren is one of our producers. She's over there being like, yeah. If that kind of situation happens, then that's what. If a rich man, if you're an architect and you're Woody Harrelson, and your wife gets asked by a millionaire to fuck the guy, and you say that you're in love. Wait. And that's.
I forgot this part. So they had been building their dream house. They ran out of money. They lost it. That's why they went to Vegas to when they lose their house, the rich dude buys the house. He buys the dream house. And Demi Moore tries to go to him to get him to give it back, and he doesn't. She causes a whole scene at this restaurant. She flipping tables. All the rich people are like, "Oh, she's ghetto," and and that's the movie.
Indecent Proposal.
Proposal.
Would you watch it again?
I love a messy white thriller movie.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you my top white mess movie, and then I guess we could do your podcast or whatever.
Sure. We don't even have to.
Okay, great, because I'm unprepared.
Yes, that's true.
I really like Unfaithful.
The one with Beyonce?
No, that's something.
The
one where she's like, "That's my man." That's not.
Oh, that's Obsessed.
Yes, no, I didn't see that.
That movie's called Obsessed. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean Unfaithful with Richard Gere, which messy white man. Richard Gere, Diane Lane, and some French dude. Mm-hmm. I think it's set right over here.
She fucks the French dude?
Yeah, so there's it's a windy day in Soho. Her books fall. She crashes into this man on the street, literally right here. And he takes her to his apartment for some Band-Aids. And then they end up having an affair.
Does that kind of thing happen, Lauren? Is that the type of thing?
Every day. Every day.
Yeah.
But so she cheats on Richard Gere, and he finds out about it. And then they always find out.
Yeah, and then his world kind of falls apart.
Yeah, then Pretty Woman starts. He starts buying hoes.
Those movies are in conversation with each other.
I love a movie like that.
Yeah, I feel like you should look into Tyler Perry's
filmography. No. That's a different type.
He's got a lot of movies that do exactly this type of stuff.
But Tyler Perry is wrapped in Jesus. Yeah. It's sprinkled in Christ. Yeah, it's like we don't
need the Lord. You need the Lord and a light-skinned man.
A light-skinned man that's evil.
Yeah. No. The light-skinned man is good. The dark-skinned man is her husband.
And he beats her.
He beats her and he treats her wrong.
And he drinks and he's unemployed.
But no. He has a good job. That's the thing. This is the Tyler Perry. I think about this a lot.
Okay.
The formula is in a Tyler Perry movie, it's a beautiful woman who's with a beautiful man. It's like Blair Underwood or something like that.
It's always Blair Underwood.
So it's oftentimes Blair Underwood or like Morris Chestnut.
Or any of the guys from Why Did I Get Married? Exactly.
Any of those. It's like a really handsome, square-jawed, dark-skinned man who has a really good career. He's making a ton of money.
Okay.
On the outside, on the surface, they have a beautiful life.
Right.
They have a beautiful life. They got kids, da-da-da-da. They have a big mansion or
whatever. They go to church every
Sunday. They go to church all the time.
Right.
Well, or maybe she goes to church, but the dark-skinned man don't go to church.
No.
Because he's like, bitch, I pay for everything.
Yeah.
I don't need the Lord.
I sleep on Sundays.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I need to sleep from making all this money and being mean
Lord
to you. And then she finally finds this. She finds out that he has a mistress or something like that, or he's got a woman on the side. She finds out about something bad that he's done.
Right.
She leaves him. She has to go live with either one of her relatives and or Medea, which sometimes is the same person.
Right.
Sometimes Medea is the relative in question.
Yeah.
And then when she goes there, she meets a light-skinned man who is equally handsome as the dark-skinned man, but he is a bus driver.
Yes.
He
mows the lawn for the aunt.
Exactly. He's like a house cleaner or like a pool boy. He has no money at all, so he can't give her the lifestyle. But you know what he can give her? The Lord. Ugh. He could give her the Lord and some dick, and in a way that's not. And he's kind, and he's got a really sweet heart. And then through Medea and the power of Jesus and a light skinned man with green eyes, she finds herself again. That's the formula.
But she's still poor at the end of the movie.
But she's rich in spirit.
I'd rather be
she's rich in spirit.
Poor in spirit. Give me the money. Is this my camera? Give me the money.
That's true. This is my capitalist friend.
Yeah. It's not even just like I work hard.
You do.
I'm accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
That's true.
And it's only gonna elevate.
That's true. You
can't go back.
You can't go down. When, Marie, I've never known you to be doing bad.
Oh, well, that's because I am an actress. And scene.
Since I moved to New York in 2018.
Okay.
The whole time, it's always seemed like things were going very good for you.
That's because I have all my teeth too.
Yeah.
So when I smile, people be like, life must be good for her. And I just be like,
Was there ever a downtime? Was there ever a time where you're like, I don't know how I'm about to pull out of this? Because when we met each other, that's how we're supposed to start this podcast. The way the podcast is supposed to start is I'm supposed to be like, tell the people, how do you remember us meeting each other? Tell the people how we know each other. Do you remember the first time we met?
No, but I do remember talking to you backstage at Union Hall.
Jabuki said the same thing.
Oh, okay, great. Mm-hmm. So you live at Union Hall.
I'm there a lot. Shout out to Union Hall.
You're the mayor of Union Hall.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I remember
Eric
talking
Adams
to
of Union Hall.
Yeah, you're the Eric Adams Giuliani of Union Hall. Yeah, so we were talking and I was like, oh, you're from Texas. And you were like, yeah. And then I was like, cool. And then you were my friend.
Yeah, and then we just kind of knew each other. You and Sydnee, I feel that way about. I don't remember meeting y'all. You weren't in my life, and then as soon as you were, it was just like, all right, these are my friends.
And now we're at the birthdays. I'm playing Top Golf.
That's true. We did. Marie came to my birthday party, and I did rent a Sprinter van that drove us to Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah, I felt like I was hanging out with Central C. He pulled 5 girls in a Sprinter.
9 gal in a Sprinter.
Yeah. And Jose.
And Jose. Shout out to my homie Jose.
Yeah.
And Alex.
That was a great night, actually.
That was a fun time.
I canceled the show for that.
And it was worth it.
Yeah. And I had a date the other day, and I did not cancel my show for the date. And Sydnee was like, you canceled your date last week for Devon's birthday. And I was like, yeah, but that was friendship.
That nigga wasn't taking you to Topgolf. I guarantee you that.
He was not taking me to Topgolf.
He wasn't putting no gal in the Sprinter.
No, he put me in an Uber, but he didn't put me in a Sprinter.
That's nice. He put you in an Uber?
Yeah, sometimes I date guys who send cars or pick me up in cars. See, I'm here. I can't go back to taking the train to meet a man who wants to go Dutch. Here, what time you send in the car?
Do you say that? Do you let them know that you expect to have a car?
No, I don't say that. But the people that I have to say that to, I don't really want to date those guys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When I was out in the streets, when I was like really dating a lot, I was too broke to be sending cars.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
This is pre Lorne Michaels.
This is pre me meeting Lorne Michaels. This is when I was in my broke bag, when I met you.
Oh.
But
you never felt broke to me.
I guess I'd be acting too, because your boy was sleeping in a basement. I was
in like Bushwick?
No, I was living by where you live now.
Oh,
yeah.
You were living in a basement in a nice neighborhood,
but on a bad street.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying? I was living. You know where that L Train Vintage is over there?
Yep.
I lived on that same street, with the L, which now it's kind of nice. Because like they put up that big luxury building or whatever, but back then it was like nothing. It was just like rubble.
It was you and the rats.
Basically. Basically.
Well, look at you.
We doing all right.
You're the happy ending of a Tyler Perry movie. You're kind of light.
I don't know.
You're not too tall. You're like right in the middle.
Yeah, I'm solidly. I'm right in the middle of the spectrum.
And you're from the South, so like you know the Lord.
That's true. That's true. I know Jesus.
Does he know you?
We ain't talked in a minute.
LOL.
You know what I'm saying? But he an old friend.
Yeah, yeah. Sydnee was asking me, Sydnee was like, you be praying, right? And I was like, I pray for like the important stuff, like I pray that I don't miss a flight. If I'm running late, I'd be like, please, Lord, don't let me miss this flight.
Do you miss it? Because Maria, you're one of the latest people. You're one of my latest friends.
And people say that all the time. Thank you so much for seeing me.
Yes.
I missed the flight a couple months ago. Yeah. And I have TSA pre-check, so I get to the airport even later now.
I will say, I like getting to the airport as late as possible.
Oh, it's the best.
I really like, I don't want to be, I hate being at the airport. I don't want to be there. As soon as I walk into the airport, I feel ashy all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? I'm thirsty, but like the water doesn't feel like it quenches me even when I buy like an $11 water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it feels like hell to me. When people are like, oh yeah, I go to the Delta Lounge. I'm like, you're a loser. What are you talking about? You're getting to the airport early so that you can like drink a free juice? What are you talking about?
It sounds like you're not in the lounge, friend.
No, I'm not. Oh, you go to the lounge?
I have been in the lounge. Have you been in the lounge?
No, I don't go to the lounge.
Oh, let me tell you how I got in the lounge.
Lauren's saying the lounge is awesome.
The lounge is lit.
Y'all are all going to the lounge? You too? Yeah, we're in the lounge. What the fuck is going on?
Well, I don't want to brag about the lounge too much because it's too many people in the lounge. Mind you, I don't even really be in the lounge like that. I don't have membership. But I feel like TikTok got the lounge oversaturated.
What kind of stuff is happening in the lounge?
First of all, you can get a massage, there's like nap pods. You can sleep in the dark in a like an egg that plays music.
But I got to get to the airport early to do all that stuff.
The food is all free, right? And you could take the food out the lounge and bring it on the flight.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And they have breakfast, they have like a buffet, or you can get like granola and yogurt and juices. The bar is open bar. I mean, I don't know if it's open bar. I've never paid at the bar. I'll be stealing. But yeah, and it's like the last time I was in the lounge, I was with Amina, and we walked in, and we literally had like 12 minutes before our flight was boarding, but we were like, we going into the lounge. And so we're like shoving eggs in our faces. And we went to the bar, we got like mimosas or whatever, bump into Makala. So bump into somebody else that we know in the lounge. She's in there with her dog, right? And then there was a guy sitting next to me at the bar, and he starts talking to me because we're having a good time, and clearly we're like upper echelon because we're in the lounge.
You're up here,
right? So like you meet people in the lounge, and people are like nicer and like in better spirits, and you feel moisturized in the lounge.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the regular airport, yes, you feel crusty and you feel poor, but in the lounge, you're like, I'm basically Oprah Winfrey or whatever. You know, I'm a self-made billionaire.
Are you paid by the Delta Lounge people?
No.
Because that felt like an ad.
I'm not. Delta don't even let me in the lounge unless I'm with somebody who has like a guest pass
lounge
or something.
Privileges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to stop talking about the airport. Did you have any music, any artists at least that you want to talk about?
Can I tell you what types of songs I typically like?
Let's talk about it.
There's like 5 different types of songs that I like.
Okay.
I love a cocky song, right? Like I like an artist that's talking and they're popping their shit, and I don't know, maybe they're talking about somebody and they're calling them poor.
You love that. Nobody loves calling people poor more than Marie Faustin.
Stop it, except for maybe Donald Trump. But
and that's why you voted for him.
Oh, hey, whoa! I like that, stricken from the record, overruled. But I like a cocky song, right? So like I love a Rihanna or a Doechii. Meg has songs that are very like cocky. She has a song called Her.
I think she has a song called Cocky as Fuck.
She does. And everything about it is great. So I love a song about somebody like just cocky. JC has a song called Imaginary Players.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he's basically calling it everybody listening to the song poor. And he's like, those are not real Rolex stones. Like, where you get those?
He's like, you got a little money, but you don't got money.
You
like
don't have
I got money.
Yeah. So I love that song. And then I like a song that is, like, I love a sad ballad. Like, I like a song that you're like, you know the person singing wrote the song because you feel it. Like, you're just like...
You rocking with a lot of Keisha Cole.
No. Not song like... I mean, like, I like a Mariah Carey or... I don't know, who else is writing their music right now? Her. You know, somebody that, like, you're...
Jasmine Sullivan.
Sometimes. I don't know, I just like a song that you're like, oh my God, she made it. Like... Thank you. I'm so glad. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's why I like some country songs, because they sad. It's like you were in love with this person and they were an alcoholic and they drank themselves to death and now they're buried under a whiskey tree, and that's just the name of the tree. I
like that country songs really set. It's like a first, second, and third act sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the first one is like, oh, here's where we met. You know what I'm saying? Here's where we met, and we were underneath this tree. And then at the end, it's like, and then I buried my friend under that. You know what I'm saying?
Same. Love that.
I do like that. That's good storytelling.
I do, and that's the third type of song I like. I like a storytelling song. I like a song that tells a story and you see it, you know, like Fantasia. I say, you walk in my direction, I go the other way. Like, I see her, see him, and go the other way, you know? So I love a song like that. And then, I don't know, a good song for driving, you know, like a song that you hear and you're like, I'm just going to speed. You know? That's like a Travis Scott or like
and you really...
Yeah, and you're just like, we gonna crash tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
I love a song like that. And then finally, I like a hood love song. You know, something that you're like, you know, people, like hood people are playing this to have sex. And they love it.
You're a person who dates.
Sure.
You're a person who dates. You talk about your dating life a lot. When, say, a date's going really well and you're going back to somebody's apartment and y'all are about to, you know, hook up or whatever. Are you
nightcap. We call that nightcap.
A little nightcap. Are you putting a song on? Is that necessary to you? And if you are, what type of song are you putting on?
I'm putting music on at my house, right? I'll play something at the crib that's like, you know, for the vibes. I'm not like...
What type of artist are we talking?
It depends on who I'm with. It depends on what the vibe is I'm trying to set, right? You know what I mean? Like, I might start with like a Brett Fayez and then let the Spotify do what it wants.
Ah, got you.
Right? Or, I don't know, like a...
Do you have a playlist?
Like a sex playlist?
Like a sex playlist.
I do, but I don't play the songs on the sex playlist. The sex playlist is also kind of my smoking playlist.
Okay.
Because sex songs are also good weed songs, like songs to be high to.
That's fair.
And I be high, so I just be in the house, like, you know, listening to something sexy.
Interesting.
You know, some DVSN or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
You fucking a Brent Fayez?
No, I'm not fucking to him, but I'm saying he's a good jumping off point.
That's
sometimes.
a good place to start.
Yeah.
I also would say I don't know about the like starting in one place musically and then just letting the phone go where it goes because I'm on Apple Music and
the phone.
Yeah, they don't do that. The Apple Music like streaming platform, like when a playlist is over, it's just over. It's just over, or it'll
Spotify don't do us like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
Spotify...
Apple Music is just like, all right, bitch, you're done. You're done, or we'll start back over again.
Oh, that's why Spotify reigns supreme. But yeah, if I'm at somebody else's house, I'm not playing music.
You're not putting.
I gotta let them.
You're
they can set their own vibe.
You're not guiding them towards a song. You're not telling them.
No, I'm not, because that's not my responsibility.
What if it's silent? How do you feel about no music at all?
That like it kind of works like in the morning, you know, like you listening to the garbage truck outside. You listen to
the garbage truck. You say it's time to get it in.
No, I'm just saying like
you hear that,
New York
sound
is
of that
awake.
truck.
New York is awake in the morning, so it's not necessarily quiet.
Right.
You know,
there's some sounds going on.
The birds are outside, sweet, like sweet, and you're like, my birds
New York
are
City ass bird. Your
my
bird
birds
wearing
Timberlands.
Timberland wearing a
sweet. Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, that's in the morning is different, but silent sex is. It could be tricky. But like I guess if you really like somebody, or if you're with somebody, I feel like white people like silent, listen to each other breathing sex. I don't know if that's. They all laughing in here. I think.
Can we?
Yeah,
we've got some white people around.
Yeah.
It's a mix.
Yeah. You saying it's a mix, but I don't think so. You know why I think that? Ever since Dave Chappelle had a sketch.
Yeah.
And it was like trading spouses.
Yeah.
And the black lady went to the white family and he was like, oh.
Because Chappelle is the white man.
Yeah.
In this sketch.
Yeah, he had the little swoop bang and he was like, do you mind if I leave my pants on? I just want to pull it out of the
Through the hole.
And then after that, he goes, can we turn the music off? I just want to listen to you breathe.
Woo!
And I was like, that's how white people have sex. And I learned that from Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a TV. I was watching an episode of Industry one time on HBO, and it's just two white people having sex, and the whole time, like, literally, they were just going, and I was like, I guess that's just what's going on over there.
I think that's how they do it. So have you ever had sex silent?
Like to know music?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's like it's you know, it's so situation dependent.
Yeah.
Also, it's like I'm with somebody, you know what I'm saying? I'm like in a relationship, so I feel like that changes the dynamic of like what needs to, like how much you need to set it up.
Yeah.
But like when I was really out and about, which was like around the time I met you, I feel like I have a couple playlists.
Couple sex playlists.
Yeah.
And how do, like, what's different about them?
Just like the time in my life that I made them.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's different type of. I feel like now I can't have sex to a song that I know already.
Oh, it has to be something new.
It has to be something that I don't listen to in my day-to-day life. Like there are songs that I like listen to that I'll hear at like a restaurant or whatever. Like, oh, this could go on the sex playlist, and then I'll just sort of. But I can't be like singing the words. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't put a Drake song on, well, because I know I have too much of an affiliation with what's going on, and then it takes me out of the moment.
Yeah, but I guess songs that you have sex to don't have to have words.
Oh.
Okay, see?
You listen to instrumental?
No.
You got instrumental?
I'm not saying that I do, but someone said that.
You got Sade with the lyrics turned off?
Yeah. No, but somebody said that to me the other day. Somebody was like, oh, yeah, I listen to stuff, like stuff like just like a good vibe. I was like Lofi? Like, what you listening
Sure,
to?
lo-fi beats to study to?
Yeah, like to bang to. But no, he was just saying that he listens to, it doesn't have to have lyrics. And I was like.
My boy listening to jazz. My boy got the Miles Davis on.
Yeah.
When it's time.
He do.
I respect it.
I'm not mad at it.
I don't think I could do that personally, but.
That's because you are unsophisticated.
I guess so.
Yeah, your palate's not refined.
I don't have no culture.
Yeah, uncultured. I could tell.
I thought you said I was doing good now.
Yeah, I said I couldn't tell that you were doing bad when you were doing bad.
That's true.
But hearing you say that, I see you are actually doing bad. Yeah.
Should we talk about some music lyrics?
Sure.
Should we talk about some lyrics? I brought some.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about let's see what you prepared.
Well, there's a lot from this song. Somebody brought up the song, the Young Money song, Bedrock.
Oh yeah. They had like all of the Young Money like roster on that song.
Yeah, it was like 11 different dudes on the song.
And we didn't need that many.
Nah, it's also like, how many of them can you name at this point?
Was there one called Gutta Gutta?
There was Gutta Gutta.
I just know that I'm Gutta Gutta.
That's
no
right.
Stevie Wonder.
That's right.
All I know. Nicki Minaj, Drake.
Yep.
Lil Wayne.
Yep.
Gutta Gutta. That's it.
You're missing a really pivotal one. He's kind of part of the Kardashian world.
Tyga?
Tyga.
He was on that?
Tyga was on the
Is
song.
he Young Money though?
He was.
Oh.
I can't speak to his label situation now.
You know what's crazy about Tyga? He
a lot of things
has terrible songs.
Quite a few things.
Terrible
Except
songs
for
that the kids like.
handful of songs that are good.
Yeah, which ones?
Remember when Rack City was going up?
Rack City, bitch. Rack City. Bitch. Okay, that's one.
That was one.
And then was he on Deuces? Deuces.
He was on Deuces.
Okay, so that also is
he was on Deuces. He was also on wasn't he on the Motto? Yes, you want a photo?
But anyway, all I'm saying is he hasn't had a good song in years, but he's still getting invited to Fashion Week. Can I
tell you something? SNL 50, I stood up getting ready to say my line for the show. I look up in the audience, Tyga staring right back at me. He's everywhere.
Everywhere.
He's everywhere.
He's the male J-Lo.
Whoa.
Because J-Lo will come to the opening of an envelope, and so will he.
I guess, yeah. At
least she's wearing looks. Tyga's wearing, what are you wearing?
Like a big leather coat.
Right.
He had a big leather coat on, sunglasses.
He's saying courtside, where is the money coming from? He do crypto? Like, what?
Probably.
He must.
Probably. But
he got an NFT that he sold?
I feel like Tyga was in one of those cryptos that like got like rated by the FTC. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that whatever he was invested in a coin that was like doing really good for like 6 weeks. And then, like, they had to come grab some files out of his house. I do think that's how it happened for Tyga.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he's still... He's like a D-list person to me, but he's still attending A-list events, and he's getting good seats. So, I don't know if that's the PR.
That's the power of Rack City. Bedrock really, I feel like, had a lot of ones popping off in a really crazy way.
And Lloyd.
Lloyd, he was singing the hook.
Yeah. Lloyd.
What's your relationship with Lloyd?
I interviewed him once.
For what?
For something that I used to be a part of that is no longer a thing. But
is it Marie used to have her own TV show that she won't let us talk about. She won't let us talk about her TV show. I watched it. I watched it when it premiered. Y'all can go look it up and find out what it was. I was on the ground floor.
You have to stop.
What?
You have to stop talking about it.
You had a TV show.
I can't believe I even brought it up for your million listeners.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But yeah, I interviewed him for that. And, you know, I asked him the same question that everybody asked him. Is it 5'2" or fine 2?
Yeah. For those of you who are listening, he has a song called You, where he says, I always thought he was saying, she's fine too, but I want you.
That's what he's saying.
But some people
everyone's like,
think
he's saying 5'2". She's 5'2", but I want you. No.
Well, yeah, because why would he be saying that?
She's short?
Well, because unless he has like a history with short women.
Well, because he's not tall.
Is he not?
No.
I don't know how tall Lloyd is.
Well, he's not that tall. I don't know how tall he is either, but he's not that tall.
He's not really? Okay.
I mean, I think sitting, we were the same size.
So now that gives some credence to the 5'2" thing.
No.
Or maybe it's like he found a woman who's like comparable to him in size.
Okay, I don't know how tall he is. He might be 5'8". I have no idea how tall Lloyd is.
We can get to the bottom of this.
I think Bobby Valentino is short, but I don't know how tall Lloyd is.
Lloyd, according to this, is 5'9".
That means 5'8".
Maybe even 5'7".
Maybe even 5'7".
Maybe even 5'7".
Yeah, because men lie up. They lie up about their height and up about their sexual partners, I think.
Oh,
women lie down.
You think they exaggerate, like they have had more than they do?
They inflate the numbers.
When you go on a date with a man, does it matter how tall he is?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't matter how tall he is.
I've never seen anybody wind up for a lie like you just did.
It doesn't matter, but tall men are attracted to me. I'm 5'4".
So you don't even need it. You could do it with a man that's 5'8".
But I don't. I have, but I don't anymore.
Because you moved up here.
I've been here. I've been here the whole time.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm 5'4". The last couple dudes I've dated have all been 6'3". You know, there's you know, there was like a 5'8" in there, maybe even a 5'7". Perhaps, you know, I do community service.
That's you giving back
to the community.
Marie, you did and we'll talk about music again at some point, but like,
no, we won't.
Yeah, maybe we won't, but. You did a thing that was very funny to me one time. You had a birthday party and you were like seeing a guy at the time.
Oh, he was 6'3".
Was he 6'3"?
Oh. Yes, he was 6'3".
30 minutes into the podcast, Marie got sunglasses on.
Well, I just remembered that I had them here and I don't want to forget them. So
Marie was seeing somebody that came to her birthday party. This is several years ago.
This was like 2022 or 3.
Yeah, and she posted pictures of herself with the man, but then just put an emoji over his face in all the pictures, which is
because I looked cute in the pictures,
and you didn't
and
want
it's
him
not
involved.
about him.
Sure,
I'm never gonna post somebody that I'm dating. I'm gonna pull up married like Issa Rae. You know, we didn't even know she liked men really, and then. And then this article came out in like Essence magazine or whatever, married. And it was like Issa ties the knot in Paris or whatever, and it was like, oh, that's
gonna be you.
Exactly. And then until then, emoji on his face. If I look good in the photo, and he saw it and he loved it. He follows me. He ate that photo up, babe.
He was just happy to have his arms and legs.
He's great. He was grateful to be included.
You could see both of my knees in there.
He was happy to be included because I didn't invite him to my birthday. I was not gonna invite him. And
how did he end up there?
Well, because you know I'm friends. We have overlapping, and. He was like, oh, so you were going to have a birthday party and you weren't going to invite me? And I was like, no, but I wanted him to come. The women in the room know what I'm talking about. I wasn't going to invite him, but I wanted him to come.
What?
I wanted him to want to be there, but I was not going to be the one to be like, hi, it's going to be my birthday on September 23rd. Like, no.
Why is everybody nodding?
Because we don't want to invite you, but we want you to want to come.
We want it to be your idea.
And it has to be your idea. Exactly. And it was his idea. He wanted to be there.
But why would why would a man show up to a birthday party that he's not invited to?
Because he wants to be there. What you mean?
But you can't just show up to somebody's birthday. If I show up, because what if you're wrong? You know what I'm saying? What if you're wrong?
Well,
and what if y'all have been out a few times and you're having a birthday party and you really don't want him there, but he thinks that you want to have him there, and then he shows up? That's a guy. You got to get pepper spray for a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a guy that you need to have a small knife just in case that guy shows up unexpected again, because he don't know boundaries.
But he called me. He called me to be like, well, so you having a birthday and you weren't going to invite me? And I was like, well, if you want to come, you can come, but I was not going to invite you. And then he came. You can't just show up. You gotta reach out. You gotta dip your big toe in to see what the
be like, hey, you didn't invite me. You didn't invite me, but I'd like to be there. Like a fucking loser.
Yeah, you gotta pay the toll before you cross the bridge or whatever. I don't know if that saying even makes sense, but
I don't think that's a phrase at all. I don't think
you gotta pay the toll.
I don't think that's ever been a phrase.
Don't come to my city.
You gotta pay a toll to cross the bridge. I think that's just a fact of life. I think that's just the way that the world works.
Hey, listen, one thing about me, I don't know nothing about tolls, okay? I don't drive. Easy pass, baby, but...
Anyway, what were we supposed to talk about? Okay. Over here talking about bridges and birthday party invites.
Listen. All you need to know is that my man came to my birthday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then he got the emoji put on his face.
And he loved it.
And he thought it was all... Imagine being not invited. Imagine being not invited to a birthday party, having to call somebody and be like, hey, is it cool if I come to your birthday? Does that work for you? And then be like, I guess if you want to come. And then you show up and you take pictures and you're like, oh, I'm in. Maybe she's into me. Maybe she likes me. Then you see a fucking a yellow guy with sunglasses over your whole face. And
First
it's
of
just
all,
your
Devin,
jeans.
you saw us at my birthday and
did.
it was all cool.
No, it was cool.
Yes.
But I would have felt a way if I came to, I'm like, just leave me out the picture. Crop me.
No.
That's crazy. You and our friend in Paris are the only people that I've known that have done this.
Yeah, Paris did do that.
Our friend Paris, who's a very funny comedian, Paris, went... We could talk about this.
Yeah.
Paris Sachet went on a vacation with a woman to like Miami or something like that, and then posted the pictures where they were like parasailing.
Yeah.
They were parasailing
in the air,
up in the air with a parachute
above them
over the ocean, and she put emojis over that woman's face in every single picture. And
that made me laugh so much.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
But I agree with Paris. Like, she looked good in the photos or wanted to share what she was doing, and who she's with is nobody's business.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like Future-like behavior.
Oh, 100%. Paris is the lesbian Future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I don't identify as that.
No, you're not Future.
I'm much less toxic than that.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not toxic. I wouldn't say you're toxic. I
don't think I'm toxic either.
Why is this a dating podcast all of a sudden?
Because I'm here. That's what I do, baby.
I guess that's what it. I guess we're talking about dating. Yeah. Are you a Future listener at all?
I like some Future songs, but I'm not sitting and listening to a whole Future album. I feel like I'm on codeine. I feel like I took some pills. Yeah. It's just like, if Young Metro don't trust you, I'ma shoot you. And I'm like, what day is it? You know what I'm saying? Like his songs, his albums feel like a fever dream.
I think that's why I like them.
Okay.
I would say probably one of the more toxic things about me is I'm a huge Future fan.
Huge.
I love Future. I've listened to every project that he's ever put out.
Would you see him live?
I don't think so.
Right.
Ooh, unless he was doing if he was doing a Dirty Sprite 2 sort of reunion tour or like a 10-year anniversary tour.
Now, Dirty Sprite is the name of an album?
Yeah, it's the name of his kind of the album that really broke him out into the mainstream.
What songs are on Dirty Sprite?
That has Fuck Up Some Commas.
Okay, we like that.
On it. That has March Madness.
Okay.
On it. You remember March Madness?
How does that one go?
Even as the average, balling like the March Madness. Cop shooting nigga tragic.
Yes.
No. It's like 2016 or something like that.
Sure. 2016 was a good year for music, I think.
It was. It also has one of my favorite Future songs, which is not a hit song. It's a deep cut called The Percocet and Stripper Joint.
Oh. Let me see. I'm going to add that to
I'm
going to add that to my sex playlist.
I don't think you should put that on. I guess it depends on if you having sex with a nigga, you putting an emoji over his face, then that is a song for that type of person.
The Percocet and stripper joint. Yeah. I'm adding it. I will say that guy, when he had good songs to play during sex.
Okay.
Emoji on the face guy.
What type of music was he playing?
It was like a nice mélange, you know. That's French for mix. I don't know if you know, but I don't know. It was like what's that guy's name? He's like cousins with Kendrick.
Oh,
Baby Keem.
I don't think y'all were fucking a Baby Keem.
It was.
I don't think that's who it was.
No, not Baby Keem. No, Baby Keem. Yes, he has like at least 2 songs that you can have cute sex to.
That's true. I can think of
at least 2.
I can think of about 2 or 3.
Okay, and they are.
He has a song called. Hold on.
Let's see if we got the same. Let's see if we got the same ones.
He has a song called. I want to say it's called Honest.
I like Honest.
That kind of has like you could have sex to Honest.
Okay. Indeed.
Are you about to add this to a different?
No. I have that. No Sense. Do we like that? Hooligan?
Probably not to have sex to.
I don't know. Honest is on there. I was just listing Baby Keem songs that I have saved.
Maybe Sir. Maybe y'all are fucking a Sir.
Were we fucking a Sir?
That feels like maybe in the range. He's kind of affiliated with Kendrick.
I like Sir.
He's affiliated with Kendrick, but like is not making.
I like Sir.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't Baby Keem. It wasn't like a Baby Keem like mix.
He just made some appearances.
It was just like you hear it and you're like, oh yeah, look at this song. This guy was like really into like watching horror movies. Not horror, but horror.
Horror. Yes.
Horror.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of what he would watch before we hooked up, like before and during the hookup. And so it was like, I don't like scary movies.
People around the room are a little skeptical on this.
I don't like scary movies, but to watch them in that way was actually kind of fun. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. After I done said all his business,
as like an appetizer for the fuck.
It was just like I would be watching this movie that I never would watch alone and never would watch in the dark at nighttime at my house. But you're watching it with someone, so it makes it kind of like funny and entertaining in a different way. And then boom. Now you're what? Stop kissing me. Somebody just died.
Now I really want to know what horror movies y'all are watching.
Oh, it was like crazy stuff, like Korean horror films and
it's like deep cut.
Yeah, no, like stuff that like you've never seen here, exactly. But it was like, what? The French, like French people make crazy.
Y'all watching like Train to Busan.
I don't even know. I don't know what the name of any of the movies are that we watch, but it was stuff that like I've never seen before and probably will never see again.
I got you. Did you listen to the Weeknd album? Where do you land on the Weeknd?
I was a big fan of the Weeknd first album.
Same.
Right? When he was still kind of trying to be Michael Jackson a little bit, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And then there are songs that he has that he's made in like more recent time that I like, but I haven't listened to the new album yet. And this is the last album he's making?
I don't know. Everybody says that. I feel like everybody's always like, this is it. Remember Jay-Z said that? Remember Jay-Z said that?
From Marcy to Madison Square.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was like...
Encore. Yes.
Yeah. I remember he had the songs with Linkin Park? Yes!
Of course. That was
huge. I love
those
songs.
I think that did a lot for race relations.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Love those songs.
So also, people weren't really doing rap rock back then in the way that they are now. It was not nearly as popular, and so I feel like that really blended a lot of different...
I fucked with Linkin Park. Waiting for the End.
They were kind of rapping.
Yeah, you know, in the way that they can.
I've become so numb, I can't hear you there, because I'm so much more aware. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. Oh, that was at a stepdad so crazy. Yeah. Fuck you, Kevin. I hate you. I'm more like me. I'm less like you. You're not my fucking dad.
Yeah. Or that's a song to the real dad.
Oh.
Right. Sure. Because the stepdad stepped in.
Whoa, he's the dad that stepped up.
Right. Stepped up.
The father that stepped up. Quick question about a song. In the song Ass, A $$ by Big Sean. What do you think he meant when he said wobbledy wobbledy wop wobble wobble?
I think like when you see a really big butt,
and
she's walking away, and it just goes wobbly wobble wobble wobble. My butt unfortunately does not do that.
That's
It's
okay.
very tight. It's very firm.
That's okay. Strong.
Strong.
You come from a strong family.
Right, but I used to be a sprinter. It's a track butt.
You don't have the same. That's true. The girls with the asses that make the Big Sean sound, they not running fast.
No. They not.
running
But also,
fast.
what are they running to? You know, if I had a butt that was big, I would rush less than I rush now. You know.
Sure.
And I think my butt is still like a little runner butt because I'm always running late, so I'm always running to the train. Yeah, literally running to the train.
Marie, I've seen you when you're running late. You're not running. You're not right. You're walking at a leisurely pace.
That's when I get into the venue. But like to get there,
Before
I'll run to the train.
You're rushing to get over there.
I ran to yoga yesterday. I sprinted 2 blocks to yoga and I got there. I was out of breath. And they were all kind of looking at me like this. And I was like, I need a mat. And they were like, that's $2. And I was like, $2.
It's $2 for a mat? I mean, I feel like they already got the mats there.
Yeah, but if I don't bring my own mat, then I have to pay $2 to use their mat.
Just as like a little slap on the wrist, like, hey, you can't, like, shit ain't sweet. You can't.
Right, but also it's $2. You know what I mean? I just pay
That's what I'm saying. They don't even need it like that.
They don't.
They're just doing it just to kind of.
And they want cash.
Oh, see, that's rude.
They want paper money.
That's what I'm saying. They're doing it. They're just being petty.
That means it's dumb for me to Apple Pay this to you. You want me to give you cash? Anyway, the last class I went to before this one that I ran to, I was like, I'll pay you when I get out. And then I left. I snuck out. So I hadn't been back since that class.
I respect that.
So I thought she was going to ask me for 4, but she only asked me for 2. God is good.
If there's one thing that I've learned from this podcast, it's Marie endorses stealing.
100%.
Marie endorses stealing.
I used to be a klepto. Klepto? Is that who steals? Yeah. I used to be a klepto as a kid.
Yeah.
I did it well into my teens. But now I don't do that no more.
What kind of stuff? Yeah, on record. What kind of stuff did you used to steal?
When I was younger?
Yeah.
Oh, anything I could steal from the school store, I stole from the school store.
School store?
Yeah, your school didn't have a store?
What?
The school store.
Stop saying it.
Y'all didn't have a school store? Like that sold pencils, erasers, stickers.
Y'all to buy pencils?
You could from the school store. Damn, somebody help me out here.
Damn.
Okay, but I used to steal like, I don't know, literally anything. Like Christmas gifts for the fam. And I would wrap it. I'd be like, I got you a necklace.
Your whole family's like, Marie balled out on us this year.
And
Marie really cares about us a lot.
It was all stuff that I stole. And I used to steal, allegedly. Snacks out of people's backpacks.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You was stealing little Debbie cakes?
Yeah, well, because my mom is a nurse and she's really health conscious and stuff. So my snacks were always really healthy.
Yeah, you
don't
want that.
The kids was eating Dunkaroos and Lunchables and stuff like that. And I was like, I want that.
I'm going to need that.
I'm going to need that. I was like, come up off that Lunchables pizza. But I would like not steal in people's faces. I would steal behind their backs like a good person. Yeah.
Isn't that worse?
No.
Isn't it better if you really just like steal in front of them?
No, that's worse. That's traumatizing.
Huh. I just never thought about it that way.
So I used to go into people's backpacks and steal. Allegedly.
I like how you're saying allegedly, but you're also admitting to it.
But I'm saying allegedly. I don't know when the statute of limitations runs out, but this is all alleged. I'm a comedian.
This is all for entertainment purposes.
Absolutely. This is a podcast about music, allegedly.
Not today, not this episode. But sort of generally, yes, it is.
But I did say what kinds of songs I typically like. I can give you my top couple artists right now if you'd like them.
Who you listen to?
I like SZA because I like a toxic song. Rihanna still. To this day, I'm still rocking with her.
You think we're getting another Rihanna album?
I don't even need new music. You know she has unreleased tracks from the old albums. Right. Just drop that.
Yeah, do some like some bonus tracks on top of Anti and like whatever.
Yeah, we don't need just release it as a new project. It's just old songs. Because the music still holds up. She still has bops, so I don't understand what the problem is.
Who are you rocking with like as a kid? Who
did I like as a kid?
Yeah.
Mariah Carey
of course.
And the Backstreet Boys. I might see them in Vegas.
I just saw them. They played at Radio City for the.
Oh, that's
SNL 50
right. I heard they sounded okay.
They sounded pretty good.
Who did you like? Who was your favorite person you saw live?
Ooh,
There.
the Fugees.
Oh yeah, they got Lauren there
She was there
on time.
She was there early.
They must have told her the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're like, the show was yesterday, so she came today.
No, that was my favorite. And Post Malone came out with Nirvana, and that was cool too. They did that one.
That's the only Nirvana song I know.
They did that one.
And Post Malone has the vocal range for that?
Yeah, he was doing it.
Oh.
He was doing it.
And what about Cher? How you feel about Cher with no pants at 78?
Hey man, you gotta respect the legend, I guess. To be honest, I was I left a little early. I got hungry, so I missed Cher's part.
Well, I heard she ate. You could have ate some Cher.
Cher. Cher's a very young boyfriend, famously.
And apparently, he used to date Amber Rose.
They have a baby together. I just learned this.
I learned that today.
I lived the same. I also learned this. This was they were filling me in on stuff.
Well, what time were they filling? Maybe we learned it at the same time.
Yeah, I literally just
learned it at like 2 p.m.
Do you see that for yourself in the future?
A young boyfriend?
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, you don't see, like when you're 60, you don't think you have a boyfriend that's like 25?
Oh. Oh. I'm like, hell no.
I feel like Cher did it. Madonna did it.
Yeah, but that's white ladies. I feel like, this is what I'm going to say. Men mature slower than women.
That's true.
So men don't emotionally mature until they turn like 43, something crazy like that.
It's an old age.
Right. You a fossil now. And now you're ready to be like, well, let's communicate about this. But I just feel like after dating, children for my whole life, because I too am a child, I don't know. The person I'm talking to now is a little bit older, and he's not older than what I just said. But it's just nice to be with somebody who, like, is a grown-up. He's still an idiot when I hear him talk sometimes, but it's like...
Is he getting the emoji over the face still?
They're all going to get the emoji over the face.
Oof.
I'm never...
PSA.
PSA. You heard it here first, folks.
You sure did.
If you see me outside with them, that's my manager.
He work at Mosaic.
he with UTA. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. When I'm old and rich and alone after this guy dies, when I'm, because he older than me, so he gonna die first.
Uh-huh.
Do I see myself with a 25-year-old? No, maybe like somebody who's like 30. Yeah.
That 5-year difference.
Well, I just feel like kids now have like lingo and like words and stuff that they use, and I'm like, what? Huh?
You can't do all that.
So when I'm 65, like I'm gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be even more detached from what they saying. So I'm gonna be on Urban Dictionary, like, what that mean? Alexa, what's that mean? Alexa, what's a blicky? Music makes the world go round.
That's true, and I'm so glad we got to talk about so much music today.
Yeah,
it's been nice. Do you have anything that you want to plug?
Come see me live. I host a dating game show. It's called Why Are You Single? And I'm not helping people find love at all. I'm just looking for red flags. It's a good time. Or come listen to me on my podcast.
Wait, can you explain what Why Are You Single is for the people before, if they want to come?
So I get people to apply. They apply through my Instagram. I have 481 applications at this point, and I pick 3 to 6 people every month. And I tell them to come and be their most honest, most toxic, most open selves, and then the person with the most red flags wins. That's the format. So I don't want you to be...
You're encouraging toxicity.
I want them to be... I ask questions that I feel like we wish we could ask on a first date. So it's questions like, do you have money? And what's the longest you went without taking a shower? And if a kid on a plane wants to sit in your window seat, do you give that seat up? Like, I want to know, are you smart? Are you nice? Are you dumb? Like, I'm testing your mental, physical, and emotional intelligence. And at the end of it, we know these people intimately. And everyone in the audience gets a little red flag. And whenever they hear something they don't like, they be like, oh, no.
What's the biggest red flag that you can remember somebody coming out with?
This guy, I was like, what's a good date for you? He was like, I like a walking date. And I said, oh, you don't have any money. And he was like, well, I am unemployed. And I said, that's why you're on the show. Why are you trying to date if you don't have a job or money? And he was like,
because he got a good heart.
And that's not enough. I'm sorry. It's 2025. Who gonna pay for this date?
You doing good. You doing good.
I'm doing great. And you know exactly. And you know how the rich stay rich? They don't pay for shit. So, and I'm not saying that I'm rich, but I'm definitely not trying to be with somebody that I gotta carry. A grown man?
Yeah.
No. Devin, you're from the South. You're a gentleman. You pay for your girl when y'all go out. I'm sure she pays for stuff sometimes too.
Sometimes.
But that's later. Like, we've been in it for a while. We're dating. Like, I know you. I've been inside your house. Mm-hmm. I could pay for these bagels.
I think third date, coin flip. First 2 dates, that's all me. Third date.
Oh,
not to get into 50-50 discourse. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Listen, whatever works for you as a couple works for you, but I don't know, the first couple dates, I'm not paying for those.
You gotta do if you ever watch that show Couples Therapy, we gotta get a Marie Faustin version of that.
What's that show?
It's just this
they give couples therapy.
Yeah. It's this Israeli woman who just
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah. Go watch it. It's good. I think you'll like it.
What's it on Hulu?
Yeah, I think Showtime.
Okay, this podcast is sponsored by Couples Therapy.
Showtime, we're available. Just let me know if y'all are free.
Devin, thank you for having me here. Please send me another playlist.
I got you.
Maybe I'll send you one back.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was supposed to send one to you. That's my bad.
It's all good. Y'all check Marie out. Go follow her. Go do all that stuff. And
we're having a good time on my side.
Yeah, having a good time. Thanks for listening. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Our executive producer, Lauren Mandel, our associate producer, Carmen Kerrigan, Chris Mueller, who engineered and edited the episode, and Jacob Derwin, and the whole crew at Technica House. Shout out to y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.